When everything first happened, Coach T, Coach Dillingham, Butters, Jerry were all in the hospital within an hour of me getting there. So, I think that, when you look around the country, a lot of teams kind of preach, family and we're going to take care of your kids. I think that, sometimes that might not be true, but this is a place where, it is a real family, man. And, I know Coach T, his kids were making me cookies and stuff like that. And, I felt, I had a ton of support from everybody, man. And, I really appreciated that for sure. It made it, a lot easier.
What exactly happened?
I just was dealing with a medical issue. I'm not going to get, super specific on it, but, I'm excited to be back.
Did that pop up? And I recall that popped up really early.
It was a week before fall camp. So.
And expectations were for you to kind of come in and compete for a starting job. So
Right.
how did you kind of keep your morale up while you were dealing with that?
Just taking it day by day. Obviously it was going to be a process getting back, but just taking it one step at a time and trusting in the doctors and the trainers that I was working with that they were going to get me back to form, and I was able to hop right into winter workouts with everybody. So it's been good.
How good has it been just the impact and flow of things to be working out with the guys and that camaraderie?
It's been great. It's been great. I missed it for sure. I was kind of itching to get back around everybody, get back in the weight room, on the field with everybody. So, I'm excited to be back, excited to get back on the field with the boys this spring for sure.
How much have you talked about, and/or are you willing to talk about kind of exactly what happened and what you went through?
I'm not going to get super specific on it. It was kind of just a medical issue. I was saying before, it happened a week before a week before fall camp. But I'm excited to be back. I'm grateful that I can continue to play, and I'm ready to get back on for sure.
Do you feel out of shape? I mean, have you gotten to the point where you've been able to work yourself back to the physical level that you need to be at?
I feel like I got back in shape pretty quick. I was able to start lifting and running in October, and so I was just in the bubble every day at practice, working out with the strength staff, and I thought that I was able to kind of get my wind back pretty quick, and like I said, I was able to hop right into winter workouts with everybody. So the adjustment wasn't too crazy because I had been lifting and running for a couple months since then, but feeling really good right now. So.
When you go through something like that, and you don't know what you're going to be able to do in the future with football or whatever, how does that then evolve your perspective about the opportunity to play the game?
It just makes you that much more grateful for the opportunity. I think sometimes it's easy to take what you have for granted. Especially just having played football for so long, and I talked about it a little bit with some of my teammates. Everybody always talks about how you can lose everything just like that, and you kind of think it's a cliche until it happens to you. And so it kind of just changes, your perspective on things, where you come in, you got, a hard workout, or you're not feeling too good, and you're complaining. It's kind of like, man, at least I get to be here type thing. And so, that was one lesson that I really learned from the adversity that I went through. But, I'm excited to be back for sure.
Is that something that can help you, not just in football, but for the rest of your life?
100%. Just motivation, whether it's just football or obviously life after football, just being grateful for every opportunity that you have.
So what are the key things for you to kind of get to the opportunity that you want, which is obviously starting?
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Just taking it day by day. I think that it's going to be a process, just building confidence back. I haven't played football in a year, so. Just taking it day by day, just picking one thing each day. Okay, I'm going to focus on my hands today. I'm going to focus on, drive and the run game today. Just one thing at a time, building the confidence back. And that's what spring ball is for, to try new things and, to build confidence, as you get into the summer and then into the season.
Did you lose any weight the year that you sat out? How much weight did you lose?
I lost 20 pounds when I was in the hospital. So I got up, to the exact weight that I wanted to be. I wanted to be 295 for the season. And then I got down to, about 275, 270. But I'm back up to 285, which is exactly where I was last spring. So I'm not too worried about it. I think that I'll be fine getting back to my playing weight for this year. So.
Purely from a football standpoint, what are the things that you have to improve upon to become the best version of yourself?
I think just strength is the biggest thing. That's kind of been the biggest thing for me throughout my career, outside of gaining weight. But getting stronger and having confidence in my anchor and stuff like that, I think is the biggest thing, and that'll come with time. But I feel like I was able to get my strength back pretty quick, and I beat my power clean record the other day when we maxed out. So I was excited about that. So definitely getting stronger, and some exercises stronger than I was before. So definitely excited.
You have an advantage with your dad being an NFL O-line coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much do you actually talk to him or work with him about the game?
I pick his brain sometimes about certain techniques or some plays like how he would block it up and techniques that he would use. Just to Coach T always talks about our toolbox and having a bunch of different techniques that you can use. And so I kind of take some of the techniques that I learned from my dad and the techniques that I've learned from Coach T and kind of use them for different situations and things like that. But we try not to talk about football too much.
Cool.
Who was it that kept your spirits up the most during the tough times?
Everybody, man. Like, I think that as soon as I was able to get back around the team, kind of everybody was hyping me up. Like the day that I came back out on the field, the whole team came and was dapping me up. So that felt really good. But being able to just get back around the team, back around my friends, that kind of helped pick my spirits up for sure.
Guys like Ben Coleman or X maybe provide some insight into coming back to football after
Excuse me?
The guys like Ben Coleman or Xavier Alford maybe have some insight to try to are coming back into football after this is a significant part.
No, so just keeping your head up, taking it, one day at a time was kind of the message that I was getting from everybody. Obviously it sucks to go through an injury like that, but like I said, being back around the guys kind of helped a lot for sure.
Will you be full go at the outset of spring ball?
Yes, sir. Yep.
How's that feel?
I'm really excited. I'm itching to get back, back in the pads, back out on the field. I'm really excited for sure. I've been counting down the days. So.
Did you ever think I might not play again?
Not for a second. Not for me. I know that there were some people that obviously it's something that kind of was foreign territory for a lot of people. Nobody had really kind of experienced something like that, and nobody was really sure what to expect. And I could tell, but I don't think I really understood the magnitude of it until I was kind of further down the line. And so there wasn't a second where I didn't think that I was going to play football. I think that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So.
When you transferred from last year, ultimately, what was it about Arizona State that made that?
Just the family environment. I know, Coach Dillingham had recruited me in high school, so I had already kind of had a relationship with him. And then, him and Coach T were the first people to call me, when I got in the portal. And this was the first visit that I took. And I just love the environment. I love being, in Arizona, the weather. There's obviously a ton of, NFL training facilities, like being able to go to AMDG, opportunities like that. So, it's kind of a no-brainer for me.
When you mentioned a family environment, a lot of people preach family, but when you go through something like that, you get the support you do. Does that just kind of solidify, what they're practicing, what they preach?
It does for sure. I mean, you hear stories about things that have happened around the country and not being a family environment and not having the support like that. But that was one thing that I was super appreciative of. When I was going through the adversity that I faced. I had so much support from the coaching staff, from the trainers, from my teammates, and I know that I really appreciated, and my family did as well. So.
When you look at this line room now, season where some things are going to jump out to you. It's about 4 starters back to a good building block and some training youngsters.
Yeah, like you said, having 4 starters back, it's a ton of experience. And outside of that, we have a pretty young room, but I think that having that experience in the room, for another year is going to be, really good for the young guys to be able to, watch and learn how it's supposed to be done and kind of, have the older guys coach them up and teach them different things. That was one thing that, I really appreciated throughout my career, having older guys that really took me under their wing. And so, that's one thing that I've tried to do. And I know, Ben and some of the older guys have really tried to do is take some, one of the young guys under their wing and kind of teach them everything, because, it's our responsibility to do that. Obviously the coaches are, going to teach techniques and the plays and things like that. But, we're the ones that are spending the most time with each other. So I think that, it's really important to, take up that responsibility and, coach up the young guys as much as you can, pass on that knowledge that you've learned. So.